Confession. Confession. Confession all over the place. We don't even know which one to deal with anymore. You know, when the day of judgment comes, people will speak without being told to speak. They will be pouring out all the vile venom, the dirt inside of them. They will be confessing it without being compelled to speak. What you're about to hear will shock you. It will blow your mind. This is the end. This is the end of it all. Or you thought this was going to continue and Wunmi will be gallivanting like a snake, biting, attacking without being dealt with? Obviously, you know the reason why Wunmi can do what she did. It's because of her corrupt police mother, ex-police officer. And because the Nigerian police are not willing to work. They only work when it has to do with the elite. They only work when there is money to spend. These guys don't work. They don't work for nothing. They work for something. They don't work because they are loyal to the country called Nigeria. They work because of what they stand to gain and what they stand to get. At times you will hear when you go to report at a police station, you'll be told that they do not have fuel in their car to go and investigate. What really happened? What really happened? Why did the police refuse to give Mohbad's father papers to drop Mohbad in the morgue? Well, let us keep that and hang it somewhere. What you're about to hear now is so deep. You all know about the nurse. Yes, Nurse Shara. You also know that spending was the one that connected them to that nurse. In fact, he said, I did not even know that they were going to bring in the nurse. I thought they had forgotten about it. And do you know that he said that Mohbad was aware at the beginning that a nurse was going to be called. Then they were making contacts like, okay, I'm not feeling fine. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's happening here and there. Immediately spending left. They conspired to buy Mohbad. It was an opportunity for them to snuff Mohbad out. I want you guys to pay attention to this one from the beginning of it till the end. Pay attention, because what you're about to hear will blow your mind. This is deep. This is unbelievable. This world is full of wickedness. Don't forget to like and share. Don't forget to tap on the subscribe button. Let's get right into it.
Wunmi àpọ̀kọjá yọkẹ́ ò ní balẹ̀ mi ò ní balẹ̀ àwa wò wípé torí pé bẹ̀rẹ̀ kẹ̀tẹ̀ ó ti handle kéèsì pé ká máa wò ká máa sẹ́ńtì mẹ́kẹ́mẹ́kẹ́ ká máa join live video ó ní ṣoríire ó lè Wunmi olórí burúkú àṣàwọn olórí burúkú tó wọ́n sì fún àṣẹrú owó ni wọ́n àṣàláyé bàjẹ́ ni wọ́n àṣẹṣe ló ń pín owó fún wọn àwa ti mọ̀ pa látẹnujẹ ni wọ́n iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wọn ò tó wọn jẹ́ yá Wunmi ọkàn rẹ̀ ò ní balẹ̀ ya Wunmi yóò fò tó bí mo lè yóò lè tó bí mo lè wù tí ìyá bá gbọ̀n lọ mọ́ ohun olórí burúkú ìwọ́n protect ọmọ ẹ̀bọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ tí bàbá Mohbad ọ̀fù nínú ayé ọmọ ẹ̀ jẹ́ kó ráyè tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ̀ ò ní ṣoríire Wunmi aṣọ lórí burúkú ni ẹ àwa mọ̀ papọ̀ kọjá ayé ni ẹ ọlọ́mú lọ́rùn ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ò ní balẹ̀ bọ́ bí èpèlè mi máa fi pa ẹ́ wọ́n ní pé kí n má ṣe pé fún ẹ mọ́ pé pè mí ti pọ̀ jù ẹni tó bá wúwo èpèlè pé màmá yá fẹ́ mú ọkọ̀ afẹ́ sọ mọ́ta ẹni ká má jùkò mọ́tò lè bàrà lè sára lè gan èèyàn burúkú lára lè ní Wunmi ọkọ̀ ò ní balẹ̀ ò ní ṣoríire ìjẹ́ ti gbọ́n tó ń lọ olórí aṣọ lórí burúkú àwọn tó ń hòsì aṣọ ti gba 10,000 ti gba 5,000 àwọn ọ̀lẹ́ àtòkò jẹ́ bíi ti Wunmi àwọn olóbò pàǹpọ̀ olóbò sùlẹ̀lẹ̀ àwọn olórí burúkú àwa ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní atẹpámọ́ṣẹ́ ní òkú ọ̀run làwa ń jà fún àwọn òjàfẹ́ni tó wà nílé ayé olórí burúkú protect tí ya tiẹ̀ ń protect ẹ protect tó ń protect Liam bàbá Mohbad fẹ́ protect ọmọ ẹ ó kọ́ ti bàbá yẹn ọ̀fù nínú ayé ọmọ ẹ ò jẹ́ kó protect ọmọ ẹ ìyá tiẹ̀ fẹ́ jèrè tiẹ̀ bọ́ ẹ̀ jẹ́ kí bàbá Mohbad àti ìyá Mohbad ẹ̀ jẹ́ kó jèrè ọmọ tiẹ̀ wò wá ní pé ìyá tiẹ̀ fẹ́ jèrè kó lè possible olórí burúkú ṣe ti gbọ́n tó ń lọ àwa mọ̀ pé òun wẹ́ni tó fẹ́ rún òkú Mohbad rùn mọ́ lọ́rùn ni torí gbogbo wa mọ̀ ojú sùnùkù la fi ń wò Primeboy kan ló búlì Mohbad nígbà tó wà láyé Primeboy kan ló búlẹ̀ ló ń nà nígbà tó wà láyé nígbà tí Mohbad máa tún kú Primeboy ò sí níbẹ̀ báwo ni Primeboy ṣe máa bá celebrity jà ní àárín ọ̀pọ̀ èrò tí ò dẹ̀ ní sí fídíò tí ò ní sí evidence olórí burúkú ara ẹ̀ Wunmi ó mú fóònù dání ò fídíò bíi ti prime boy tó ti gún Mohbad àbí bí tó ti fi ọ̀bẹ mákẹ́jẹ̀ tẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe pè ní ìyẹn wà tó lórí burúkú gist lover ọ̀bẹ mákẹ́jẹ̀ ó fídíò rẹ̀ àti evidence olórí burúkú báwo ni odidi celebrity èèyàn tó ń búlì tán lè pa ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ tó máa ní òun ra CCTV camera òun fi decorate sínú ilé tí ò ní ṣiṣẹ́ ò ní ṣoríire CCTV camera wàá mọ̀ pé yìí lè bàjẹ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá dẹ̀ ló fún ẹ láyé àwọn ló fún ẹ ní power yẹn àwọn dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé wọ́n kọ́ ló ń manipulate ọ̀rọ̀ yìí àmọ́ pé àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ bàbá àṣàlẹ̀ tó sọ pé máa lọ kò sẹ́yìn ṣùgbọ́n Mohbad tó jókòó ọ̀run máa jà àwọn mọ̀ pé bẹ̀rẹ̀ kẹ̀tẹ̀ kan ló máa fún wa ní justice Ọlọ́run ọba àti ṣẹ̀dá Mohbad àti spirit Mohbad bó ṣe ń tiẹ̀ jáde tó ń jábọ̀ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹlẹ́dàá Mohbad òun ló máa jẹ́ kárí justice for Mohbad olórí burúkú tó o bá jẹ́yàwó gidi ni kí ló máa bà ẹ́ lẹ́rù láti ṣe DNA test tó o bá ní nǹkan dúdú ní kọ́ńbọ́ọ̀dù kí ló dé àwa mọ̀ pé òun dọwọ́ rí èèyàn báyìí ní olórí burúkú ọmọ olè fọ̀ Wunmi ìyá Wunmi ò ní ṣoríire yóò fòtò bímọ òfò yóò fòtò bímọ olè yóò lè tó bímọ olè ìyá tí ò tọ́ ọmọ tó fẹ́ jèrè ọmọ olórí burúkú ìwọ fẹ́ jèrè Wunmi ẹ jẹ́ bàbá Mohbad ò jèrè bàbá ẹ jẹ́ bàbá Mohbad ò jèrè Mohbad olórí burúkú yóò fò tó ò jẹ́ kó yọ ọmọ pé èèyàn máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni àtẹ́lẹwọ́ ẹni báyìí kò kí ń tan ni jẹ olórí burúkú ìwọ wá bọ́ọ̀tà pride boy sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà tọ́mọ yẹn ti wò pé tí n bá dákẹ́ tèmi màmá bá mi dákẹ́ ọlọ́mọ máa jẹ́ ń lọ síbi tí ibi tí ìyá àti bàbá ò fẹ́ rán mi lọ ọmọlọ́mọ wá bọ́ọ̀tà ó dùn mí pé mi ní fóònù méjì kí mo mọ̀ pé gbogbo yín lẹ ti gbọ́ voice note yẹn àti yáà ní máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa voice note Wunmi mọ́ bó fẹ́ máa fi máa darí wa lọ síbi tá a fẹ́ lọ ni ṣùgbọ́n lórí eléyìí pọ́ìntì ni ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí olórí burúkú ó wá bọ́ọ̀tà ó bọ́ọ̀tà ó yẹn ẹ má fún bọ́ọ̀bọ́ yẹn má jẹ́ kó wá relevant ẹ má play lórí platform yín mọ́ ẹ jọ nítorí Ọlọ́run ó lè favour ọkọ mi lọ́la mí nígbà kó fẹ́ kí Mohbad kò rí justice ó ní ṣoríire Wunmi bó o fẹ́ bó o kọ̀ a máa rí justice sẹ̀ àní ẹni tó pa gúnugún òkè ń kago ẹni tó pa kàlàmàgò kò kí ń kóso ẹni tó bá pa lékèlèkè irú wọn báyìí wọ́n máa ń kúkú oró ni Wunmi bó o fẹ́ bó o kọ̀ a máa rí justice ṣé orí ilé àtọ̀ wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ yẹn orí adé òkè ń sòta gbé ọmọ lọ fún bàbá ẹ̀ Wunmi olórí burúkú ìwọ yìí kan náà ló sọnù voice note pé kú tó yẹ kó pa Liam wo ló pa Mohbad àwọn wo ló fẹ́ pa Liam tó fi pa Mohbad àwọn wo ni Liam bá da business papọ̀ mọ̀ pé láti gbà yẹn mi ṣe fídíò mi ṣe kankan ifo live video àwọn olórí burúkú tó kójọ sórí platform tó ń sọ 2k 5k àwọn ẹlẹ́bìnà kò tí ẹ̀ lè dùn mí fún wọn náà tí Nàìjíríà dáná wọn ní choice wọn gbọ́dọ̀ gba 5,000 naira yẹn at least tó bá kó 5,000 tó dọjà wọn á sì ra ráìsì àtẹ̀wà díẹ̀ táwọn ọmọ wọn máa jẹ àwọn olórí burúkú àwọn yóò ó ní ìyó olórí burúkú kan náà torí pọ́ọ̀kù fracas náà ṣe lórí Facebook lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná fídíò ọmọ wọn líkì sórí social media èmi kìíní burúkú yìí bọ́ tàmú ní àkílẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn ṣe ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú gbẹ́ pé olórí burúkú yá ẹ̀ náà kò rọ́ ọmọ tiẹ̀ náà tọ̀ ọmọ tiẹ̀ náà pé káàkiri gbogbo lẹ́kì ni olórí burúkú ni wọ́n ìhòòhò lọ́mọ tiẹ̀ náà rìn ká olórí burúkú yá yẹn náà ó nírú Wunmi lọ́wọ́ nírú ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọmọ tiẹ̀ náà lè pọkọjà yé olórí burúkú ẹ wá mú Líà ẹ wá ń post olórí burúkú oní òbọ́kọ jẹ̀yà for 10 years ní tó wà ní age of 40 years àbúrò ya Mohbad sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn olórí burúkú tó ń fún ní 5k wọ́n bọ́ táwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní bolórí wọ́n gbé woman yẹn ṣe pé wọ́n ní yóò lọ sọ bí tó ti rẹ́jẹ̀ àwọn olórí burúkú ṣe jẹ́ family Wunmi ni ṣe jẹ́ family Mohbad ni ṣebí àkílìsì àbúrò ya Mohbad sì bá Mohbad tán ó tan mọ́ Mohbad ó ní right láti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni gangan lolórí burúkú tẹ́ ní right láti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú gbogbo bí tí bàbá Mohbad gbogbo bí tí màá yẹn bá lọ báyìí pé òun wá justice àwọn olórí burúkú tó wà lórí TikTok tó ń ṣe justice for Wunmi wọ́n á lọ máa pè káàkiri ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire ọkàn yín ò ní balẹ̀ ìwọ́n sọ pọ́rọ̀ tí pride boy ń sọ pé tó bá mọ̀ pé yes CCTV camera wà nínú ilé kó lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọlọ́pàá tán ti gbàbẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn ọlọ́pàá tán ti jẹ dòdò tó ní wọn ò lè so dòdò mọ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá tẹ́pà wọn gan nínú ikú Mohbad wọ́n náwó nínú ikú Mohbad tíjọba bá fẹ́ ṣe dáa ni àwọn ọlọ́pàá tí Mohbad gbé petition lọ fún ó yẹ kó kó gbogbo wọn ni nítorí tó yẹ pé wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ lórí petition yẹn ni ó possible kó lórí burúkú ara ẹ̀gàn kó má rọ operation yẹn kó má rí kárí ewé nígbà tó ní ká máa drag Naira Marley àti Sam Larry jọ́ torí ọlọ́ṣẹ́ Sam Larry àti Naira Marley ṣé wọ́n wà nínú ilé ni tó bá máa charge àwọn Naira Marley àti Sam Larry bully náà máa charge wọn fún kò kí ń ṣe dead ṣó ń gbọ́ Wunmi tó bá máa charge àwọn Naira Marley àti Sam Larry evidence ẹ pé yes àwọn Sam Larry àti Naira Marley àwọn náà pa Mohbad bring evidence yẹn fún wa jẹ́ ká rí evidence tó bá ní lọ́wọ́ pé yes àwọn people yìí àwọn náà shoot ọkọ ẹ̀ Mohbad òkú sórí stage Mohbad wọn pamọ́nú mọ́tò wọn wà fìbọn fọ́ lórí mọ́nú ilé olórí burúkú nígbà tó ní ọkọ̀ ń bleed láti show wá ètò yẹn pé èèyàn bleed láti show ṣe bọ́ hospital ló yẹ kẹ́ gbé lọ direct kí ló tẹ́ gbé lọ sílé olórí burúkú ẹ wá mọ́mọ́ lọ́mọ ẹ ń bá mu ẹ̀ ní local way ẹ ń bá mu ẹ̀ kí bàbá àtìyá tó dé ó ní sóríire Wùmí ọkọ̀ ò ní balẹ̀ sórí Liam tó wà lọ́wọ́ yẹn tó yẹ pé lóòótọ́ Liam náà fi ṣekú pa Mohbad ìwọ gánwò máa wẹ̀yìn èmi ò ní fẹnu tán ṣépè fọmọ owó ẹ̀yẹn tọ́ra bí amọ ni mí máa wọ ẹ̀yìn Wùmí máa wọ ẹ̀yìn olórí burúkú ìwọ sọ pé kó má dà á pride boy no ebi ń pa pride boy ìwọ gangan lébi na ìwọ lélẹ́bi ìwọ látàràká ìwọ nìyẹ́ ò da bàbá ò da ìrìn ò da ẹgbẹ́ ò da àwọn fámìlì ò da ẹ̀ náwó lọ́wọ́ ebi ń pa yín ebi nà ní ẹ̀ Mohbad rò pé òun lè sọ ẹ́ dé èèyàn ni Mohbad rò pé òun lè change ayé ẹ̀ ni ó ń fi rírí ṣaláìrì ó ń fi gbígbọ́ ṣaláìgbọ̀ ó wá ń fi gbogbo ohun tó rí nínú gbèsè ayé ẹ̀ Wùmí ó fi ń kọrin síta ní ìtó yẹ kó sọ síta kọ́ mara ayé kọ́ bá sọ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin lè náà máa jẹ́ àríkọ́gbọ́n fún yín pé kò kí n ṣe gbogbo tẹ́ bá ní pẹ̀lú ìyàwó yín lẹ máa yẹn fẹ́ máa pamọ́ra tẹ́ bá ń pamọ́ra ó máa ràn yín lọ sọ́run àrèmábọ̀ ni olórí burúkú ó wá manipulate àwọn èèyàn ó manipulate àwọn èèyàn tá bá fẹ́ charge àwọn Naira Marley àti Sam Larry tá bá fẹ́ drag Naira Marley àti Sam Larry bully la máa drag wọn fún no evidence pé àwọn náà pa Mohbad no evidence pé Naira Marley àti Sam Larry àti pride boy ló pa Mohbad àti nurse because kí nọ́ọ̀sì tó dé ìwọ gogo lórí burúkú ààrẹ àtẹ̀gbọ́n rẹ lórí burúkú onípọ̀mọ́ sọnù lamẹ́ríkà ó ti kọ́ drip ó ti fún Mohbad lábẹ́rẹ́ kí nọ́ọ̀sì tó dé kó náà tó wá fún lábẹ́rẹ́ títí ẹ̀ ìwọ ló tún kọ́ abẹ́rẹ́ tí nọ́ọ̀sì rà ìwọ ló kọ́ fún olórí burúkú ó wá níṣẹ́ Liam òun ló gún Mohbad lábẹ́rẹ́ ni oníkú tó yẹ kó pa Liam òun ló pa Mohbad ó mọye point tó ti sọ títa ni olórí burúkú ìwọ lè máa protect Liam lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná kò lóra ikọ̀ tó tẹ́ ẹ lọ níṣẹ́ ló mú aṣọ funfun tó fi ń protect ọmọ yẹn ó mú aṣọ funfun tó lọ jù sínú pósí ó ní sóríire Wùmí ó lè apọkọjáyé ọkẹ ò ní balẹ̀ ìyá àbàdàn ti dé fún ẹ sórí láti bí ọjọ́ mélòó TikTok wàhálà ò ní kí n ṣe fídíò òun ló fà ṣùgbọ́n lélẹ́yìí sórí TikTok eléyìí ò bà tó dáa tó ṣe mi olórí burúkú wá káwọn wèrè jọ àwọn ebi náà àwọn aláyé bàjẹ́ àwọn tí wọn ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ tẹ́bí ti báyé wọn jẹ́ wá pípẹ́ tẹ́tẹ́ kó lè jọ́ mi lójú abálájọ wọn máa follow mi ní every platform tí bá ti lọ báyìí tí bá ti rí pé mo ti wà ní live video àwọn èèyàn báyìí bóyá mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọn máa rọ́ wá síbẹ̀ ní àwọn olórí burúkú tí wọn ò níṣẹ́ àwọn aláyé bàjẹ́ ń gbà pé gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọkọ tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ọkọ àwọn obìnrin tó wà lórí TikTok tán ṣe justice fún Wùmí èyí tó bá jẹ́ ọkọ nínú wọn tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé ìyàwó yín wà nínú wọn ẹ jẹ́ wò wọ́n dáadáa ẹ jẹ́ tètè má àwọn ọmọ tó bá bí fún yín kẹ́ kó wọn lọ sọ́ọ̀sìbítù kẹ́ lọ ṣe DNA test fún wọn ẹ jẹ́ tètè fi CCTV camera sínú ilé kẹ́ mọ̀ nǹkan tó bá ń ṣe bó jẹ́ fóònù owó wọn lẹ́mọ̀ control kẹ́ mọ̀ báyà wọn náà yàn lè wọ́n gbẹ́bọ wálé olórí burúkú olóbò transformer olóbò lẹ́kì o gbogbo lẹ́kì ló ti bímọ ló ti pinná fún gbọ́mọ lọ fẹ́lẹ́gùsì o gbọ́mọ lọ fún bàbẹ́ o wọ́n ní ní 2022 ó wà lọ́dọ̀ ọbẹ̀ elégùsì ẹ̀yìn Wùmí o.
This is what they call fire on the mountain. Fire on the mountain. Run, run, run. Gone are those days where people, you see them timid. They will be afraid. They cannot, they cannot speak truth to power. They cannot challenge the societal norms, like those things that have been put in place to make people afraid. No, those things are gone. We are in a society where people want to see performance. People don't want to hear stories anymore. They don't want to hear that. And they said that one king and one political figure. No, people want to see manifestation of power. People are daring. They don't want to sit on myth. They don't want to sit down on stories. They want to see manifestation, like we are going to talk because we have the power to talk. If you have power to shut us up, demonstrate your power. We will show you that we are more than you guys. We will show you that you guys cannot oppress us anymore. This is what gave birth. Mohbad's demise and the outpouring of anger and people seeking for justice did not just start like that. It started during that NSARS. NSARS gave birth. In fact, I knew this was going to happen. This cannot continue. No, the same. No, people are now caring less about consequences. People are now ready to face the law. NSAS woke the eyes of those. I mean, it brought light to the eyes of those that had their eyes dimmed. That is why people are now challenging whatever structure, whatever it is that we have in our society. They are ready to challenge it, like we will not accept it anymore. We will not accept it anymore. Whatever needs to be checked needs to be checked. Now, I know that no one has produced any physical evidence. No physical evidence has been presented so far that we know of Wunmi's involvement with Obelegushi in that way that could have produced Liam. And obviously, if the king was to keep this quiet and silent, he would not allow people to know. But then I was also thinking, how can the king be involved in this if he is so rich and powerful? Why will he be involved with such a woman that he cannot manage? Or is it that the gods, the deity that the king worships, they want to disgrace the king? And they made him forget that he has a child somewhere. What exactly is this thing? Because if it is about popularity and fame and money, the king has a lot of money. If he wanted to put Wunmi somewhere abroad, pay for child support, manage Wunmi over there, he can. So what is this thing about the Obelegushi? I'll tell you where all of this started from. You see, Mohbad had written a petition, and in that petition, he made it clear that those that came to attack him continuously said Obelegushi is the one backing them. And I've explained what that could mean. You know, those guys are thugs. They are admirals. Those guys they are terrible people. These people might use the name of the king just to commit crime, create havoc. The king may not have sent them. So from Sam Larry, it ended up on Obelegushi because people felt, okay, you know what? Since they have mentioned your name, Obelegushi, and of course the king quickly issued a disclaimer, then you must be the father of that child. In fact, the reason behind this is because the police refused to do the needful. So we started having private investigators, online investigators. People started adding one and one together. They started coming up with 2, 3, 4. They said, the reason why they molested Mohbad this bad is because they are trying to beat Mohbad away from Wunmi. Or they are kind of asking, so you are the one that has the boldness, the effrontery to be benching the wife of a king, the meat of the elders. Are you the one? How many teeth do you have? And even if you have teeth, is your teeth as rugged as that of the elders? Does your teeth and tongue have the taste? Do they have the ability? These are possibly what people were thinking of. Well, according to Spending, who was there, let's say, 48 hours before the demise of Mohbad, he said, we were downstairs. Mohbad and Wunmi went upstairs. They had a fight. And we could hear Canada, Canada, visa, Canada, Canada. Now, this brings us back to this paternity thing. We've heard it countless times that Wunmi and Mohbad had applied for Canadian visa, and DNA showed that Liam wasn't Mohbad's son, even though Mohbad had requested for DNA previously, before then. Even his own mother confirmed it, that he had wanted DNA, meaning that he wasn't sure of the paternity of that child, but he needed to be sure, and Wunmi refused him that. But Mohbad would have ended it there. If not for his father that stepped in, telling Mohbad, look, calm this matter down. I'm the one that prayed on Wunmi to get pregnant. Wunmi was fooling Mohbad's father. Now that Mohbad is not alive anymore, and there are fingers pointing to this same DNA, paternity, and the demise of Mohbad, well, questions have been asked, and we are still asking questions. Do you know that Wunmi has refused to get DNA done? Wunmi has refused to get DNA done officially. Why? Because she's afraid. She doesn't want anybody to see. She doesn't want anybody to know. She doesn't want anybody to have an idea or inclination on the paternity of that child. Her plan with her family is to inherit Mohbad. They wanted to swallow Mohbad. They wanted to end Mohbad. They wanted to finish Mohbad. In fact, we also heard from Spending that Wunmi's mother had loaned or borrowed 200,000 naira from Mohbad and even more. So it's about, it's a parasitic relationship and marriage. That's what it is. Parasitic. What can we get from this boy? What can we grab from this boy? What can we steal from this boy? This is what gives birth to what you are hearing. You hear what the woman said. You hear what she said. Wunmi, take that child to Obelegushi. This is what gave birth to it. Like, okay, Sam Larry. You know, when Sam Larry was released, he said words that didn't sound well. Wanting busy. And what else? All stations settled. People said all stations settled. Like, seriously? What was that? What was that for? What's exactly this thing that's coming out of your mouth? What are you spewing? Then they took away paternity off his head and dropped it. In fact, dumped it on the head of Obelegushi. Till today, Obelegushi is still suffering, struggling. He has not gotten out of this DNA thing. And the more he's struggling to get himself out, the more he's petitioning people, the more he's arresting people, the more people are coming from all nooks and crannies to crush that royal stool, palace, everything attached. And they said, well, because Obelegushi does not have male children, so definitely he must be the one. And to have put this to a rest, Wunmi would have been the one to even sort Mohbad's part out of it. Wunmi has kept it a mystery. That is why people came up with it. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe there are people who are aware of what we are not aware of. Who knows? It is possible that there are people out there who are aware of what we are not aware of. Maybe that is what she's telling us. The thing is this, on this justice for Mohbad, we cannot leave anything unturned. All stones must be unturned. We have to deal, search, inquire, detect, filter. There's nothing that we have to demystify everything. We cannot leave any stone unturned on this justice for Mohbad. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Saying this person, that person cannot do it is the most foolish thing anyone can ever think of or say. Saying that person cannot say it, that person cannot do it, that person cannot that. That's the most foolish thing anyone can ever say. If you want to get justice, you have to make sure that you press, you have to make sure that you dig, you have to make sure that you look into all nooks and crevices. I don't know what you think of this one. Drop your comment, like, and share. See you in the next update.